and Heather,
and welcome to a final farewell. It is the last day of Elvis Week and also a very special day.
Yes.
For the Elvis world.
Yes.
We are here to do a little wrap-up video for you, Heather.
Yes. Welcome in, everybody. We are doing our final farewell from Elvis Week. We still have several more things going on this afternoon and tonight as far as events and shows. We'll touch on in just a moment. But we figured we would go ahead and take a moment here this afternoon to kind of do like our little Elvis Week farewell and our wrap up and just catch up with you guys and talk about, you know, the week, well, the week plus, because it's been 9 days. But I'm telling y'all what, I'm getting like all teary-eyed just thinking about Elvis Week being over. Can you believe it? It's like, I feel like we wait and wait and wait and we anticipate and get so excited to the build-up of Elvis Week. And then it comes and it seems like it goes in a flash. Like in one way, you get here and you're so like exhausted from like running around, getting up early, staying up late, going from event to event, that in one way it seems like Elvis Week is 100 days instead of 9. But then when you get to the last day like today, it's like, it went by so fast. So yeah, we're just going to do a little wrap up with you. We're going to reminisce about the past 9 days. You know, this has been one for the books.
It has. And I know we say that every year, but I'm telling you, this year it's been so great. I'm going to write a little journal about
Yes.
it.
Like, every year Elvis Week is great. Like we say, you know, it's mine and Holly's most favorite time of the year. It's our vacation. It's the vacation and the event that we save up for all year to go to. It's our big like blowout. And we look so forward to it every year. And I swear it never gets old getting to come to Elvis Week and, you know, being here and getting to experience all of the great people. And I'm not just talking about the artists and the ETAs and the guests that come and are a part of the shows. I'm talking about all the great fans from all over the world that, you know, Holly and I get to meet and interact with and talk to. It's never lost on us how fortunate we are to experience Elvis Week. But every year, I swear, it does seem like it gets bigger and better. But for Holly and I, this has been like our pinnacle year.
Yes.
As far as us personally, our Everything Elvis Bestie group, our community, you know, what Holly and I have been building for years and years and years. So we're going to reminisce and talk about that. We're actually sitting outside here at the guest house. If it sounds noisy in the background, sorry about that. It's the shuttles, and then I think there might even be a fire truck or an ambulance. So prayers that everybody and everything is okay. But yeah, we just thought we would, you know, relax outside for a little bit, even though it is sweltering.
I'll tell you what, the last 2 days have been the hottest day. Like, it started out slow and it's slowly built up. Like, each day's gotten a little hotter. But I'll tell you what, that doesn't matter. This Elvis Week, not only have the shows had some magical moments, the guests, all that, like Heather said, it's just been so much fun. I don't think there's been a day that we haven't met dozens, and I am talking dozens of you guys, our Elvis Besties.
Yes.
And just chit-chatting and got pictures. I think I'm going to make a collage.
I know.
A bestie collage. It's been so fun. Everybody's been so friendly,
Yes.
so lovely.
Yeah. The
Just
camaraderie
chit-chat.
and the positivity and the energy this year of the fans.
Oh, sorry, y'all.
Of the fans and the people that have been here this year
Yeah.
has just been so amazing.
Oh, gosh.
And like Holly said, it's just always so heartfelt and touching to Holly and I, and always a little bit like, wow. When we walk around and you guys, you yell our names and you come up and you say you watch us and you've seen us or you want to take a picture with us, we're always just so like amazed and dumbfounded.
I know, we're so excited when everybody's like, this is like, we've had so many, this is my first Elvis Week. You know, y'all made it look easy, or y'all made it look secure, or y'all made it look fun. And that's what we're here for. And I'm telling you what, this is just the beginning. I know Elvis Week is over, but not for us.
No.
Not on here. Not for everything Elvis. I'm telling you what, we have so many magical moments and highlights that we want to do our annual deep dive, which we always do when we get back to town, which will probably be not tomorrow, but next Sunday. Just really deep diving, and there's a lot to deep dive on, y'all. There's been a lot of conversations, a lot of special moments with guests that we're going to deep dive. But today we just wanted to, kind of reminisce, do a little farewell, and take you all along. And remember, if you're just we had so many people just discover us yesterday through the Candlelight Vigil. If you're just discovering us, join us, come along, go back a few days, scroll back during the feed. We've done some really great posts and reactions and pictures and all that to kind of take you on the Elvis Week adventure with us.
And I was going to say, it's been so great to have so many of you here. Like in person, and to meet so many of you. I love when you come up to us, and as soon as I say, or Holly says, what's your name? When you say your name, we're like, oh my gosh. We recognize like your name and your comments when we do our Facebook Live. So to get to put a face with a name. But for all of those of you out there that are at home, wherever you are across the world, that have joined us this week, thank you. Thank you for your likes and your shares and your comments. Thank you for your sweet messages, the private messages that we have received from you all, saying how much you enjoyed the week, sharing what your favorite moments were, that Holly and I took you to or took you on, has just been absolutely amazing. So continue to like, share, and comment. We're wanting to spread that love, that legacy of Elvis. So keep it going, keep it coming. But a huge thank you to all of you all. And just, in general, like we've got so many of you that we've met here that have like given Holly and I stuff. Like you brought us gifts and things. There's actually one gift that I wish I had Holly just get out of the car.
It deserves its own special live.
It's going to have its own special live, and I'll talk about it more in just a minute when we hit some of the highlights. But yes, just, definitely in this, last Facebook from Elvis Week and this final farewell, we can't stress to you all enough how much we appreciate each and every single one of you, and how much your support for Holly and I means. And speaking on that, again, what a 9 days. What a 9 days it has been from the minute we arrived and kicked off Elvis Week on Friday with the meet and greet with the Elvis tribute artists. It just took off with a bang, and every day, every show, every event just kept getting bigger and better and better. And I tell you what, let's talk about some highlights with the ETAs.
Yes.
Holly and I love the Elvis tribute artists.
And I hope we've broadened your horizons a little bit with them.
Yes.
I hope that if you're on the fence or you don't like them or you don't know anything about them, I hope we're bringing a little bit of light and knowledge about them to you.
And if you're not familiar with the Elvis tribute artists, hopefully you saw a clip we posted this week, or a picture, or you watched one of mine and Holly's lives where we talked about these gentlemen. If you're not familiar with them, if you're on the fence, if you're questioning if they are coming to a festival or an event or doing a show anywhere near you, please go. Please go support these guys. You're going to love them. You're going to love the tribute that they do. They're all such great guys, such hard workers, so passionate. But I tell you what, this was a really, every single year, so they have what they call the Ultimates. And these are all the guys that since 2007 till now have come and competed during Elvis Week, and they have won the coveted crown and title of the ultimate Elvis tribute artist. And every year they have some of them that return year after year, and then they invite different ones each year. But I'm telling you what, this crop of guys that they put together this year and brought were stellar.
Special.
I mean, absolutely stellar. All of their performances, all of their song choices, their shows that they put together, a lot of them produced by the ETAs themselves, were just incredible. And just some of the highlights, again, Holly and I have to say a major, major shout out to a few especially of the ETAs. First and foremost, David Lee. Holy cow.
And his show.
If you have never seen David Lee, and he also does Conway Twitty, super talented guy, has the heart of gold. I swear he's like the dad of the Elvis tribute artist world. He's like that beautiful father figure that
also, if you kind of have a sexy dad, say it. You know me, I'm going to be superficial. He's kind of a sexy dad.
But he is such an incredible entertainer, incredible human being. Holly and I always tell you that his gospel show is always one of the highlights of Elvis Week. So if you are coming to Elvis Week and you're not doing the packages and you're trying to decide what show to come to, you must do the gospel show, because it will be one you will walk away feeling emotional. You'll have highs, lows, you'll laugh, you'll cry, you'll reminisce, it will touch your heart. It will touch your heart. Yes, and David does such a great job of putting that show together with the group of guys, with the songs that they select, with the testimonies they give, the testimonies he gives. It is just such an incredible show and moment. We had so many of you that are mine and Holly's Elvis Besties that came up to us after that show and said, thank you. Thank you for telling us to go to this show. You were right. Yeah. You were right. We'll be here every time we come. Yeah. But huge shout out to David Lee, because I don't know if any of you watched the virtual, or maybe you heard Holly and I talk about it, but we were so taken aback and shocked when during the Ultimate Return show the first night, David recognized Holly and I in the audience. I mean, recognized us for our contribution to the Elvis world and the support of the ETAs and what we do. That was so huge and so appreciated and meant so much. So that was a huge highlight, huge highlight. And then other highlights. So Holly and I had a lot of firsts this Elvis Week.
We did.
And one of them was our very first interview with anybody, but especially with an Elvis tribute artist. And we can't thank Dwight Eisenhower enough for taking time out of his busy Elvis Week schedule to sit down with little old Holly and me to let us interview him and talk to him, and hopefully let a lot of you get to know him better as Dwight and as an Elvis tribute artist, and get to hear from someone that is a fan first and a tribute artist second, and kind of hear their passion and why they do what they do and how they come to do what they do. So if you didn't see that interview, go back and watch it, because it was a must see, and it was definitely a highlight.
Definite.
And then y'all know me, I have to give a huge shout out to Dean Z. Y'all know how much I love him. He is my Elvis. He is my Elvis. And the fact that Holly and I were doing a Facebook Live really late one night at the back of the guest house. We're in the front today. We were at the back that night, and bless his heart, after he had just done what I'll say and talk about in just a second as well, one of the most incredible Elvis tribute artist shows I've ever seen at Elvis Week. He just got done with that exhausting show and then came and popped in on mine and Holly's Facebook Live.
So sweet.
Popped in on our Facebook Live. Absolutely incredible. It is a moment I will never forget. And I love my Elvis Besties out there, because Holly and I have laughed and laughed because your all's reaction to Dean trying to find us.
The comments alone.
B, finding us and being on our Facebook Live, and then how excited you all were for Dean to pop in. And then that leads me to our bestie, Michelle. She brought Holly and I a gift.
Don't spill it. Don't spill it.
Okay, I'll just say that I'm going to show it probably with my haul.
It's related to that.
It's related to Dean Z and his pop-in.
And you guys are going to love it. So
Wait till
you're going to have to stay tuned, though.
Incredible.
Because I'm telling y'all.
Incredible.
It might be the best gift Heather's ever gotten. It was so great.
Yes. And again, a huge shout out to all the other guys.
Yes.
Everybody was so on their A game this week. Yeah. Brandon Bennett, incredible.
Amazing.
Looked incredible.
He did.
Sounded incredible. Was so great in all the performances he did. Victor Trevino, holy cow, was he on fire this Elvis week.
Was.
I mean, even his comedic timing with the Ultimates After Dark and everything, he was just so incredible. Looked great. His outfit choices.
He's a doll.
Amazing. Emilio Santoro. I mean, come on.
Y'all better watch out for him.
Come on. Emilio Santoro. Man, did he captured the title last year of the Ultimate, and he just took that torch and ran with it this past year. And Holly and I have followed him this year, watched his journey. We couldn't be more proud of him and his success, and we know his future is big and bright. Cody Dayanath, goodness gracious.
He's our love.
I call him the firecracker, and I love that so many of you now are calling him a firecracker. I call him a little firecracker because endless amount of energy and in his performances. What a fantastic job he did stepping into a hosting role this week, since our Patrick Dunn, which I'll mention in a minute, which our Patrick Dunn couldn't be here this full week. So Cody stepped in and did an incredible job. Who else was I going to say? Taylor Rodriguez. It was so great to have Taylor back.
And we got to say hi to him and introduce ourselves. We'd never met him, I don't think.
Such a cutie.
That was the
Also
first.
hilarious. Y'all, I tell you what, if you ever get to hear him do his Donald Trump impression, it is incredible.
It is the greatest.
It is amazing.
It's the
But
greatest.
his talent, his vocal ability,
Yeah.
just his presence, his swagger. Taylor's got swagger. His swagger and his like presence on stage is so fantastic. Am I leaving anybody out?
I'm trying to think. Hold on. Let me think about it.
I'm going to talk about Jay Dupuis
I mean,
in just a second.
Yeah,
Talk
Sean
about him
Plush,
just a second.
the OG.
He made an appearance.
So fortunate to have him here. He judged the contest. He made appearances in the shows. I mean, always wonderful to have him here. And he is the OG, guys.
Yes.
He's the OG.
He is the first ever.
He's the first
The
ultimate,
first ever
and,
ultimate.
It's always a pleasure to
Yeah.
see and hear him.
Yeah.
At all times.
And huge round of applause to Jay Dupuis and the show that he put together, the recreation show of That's the Way It Is, that starred, because they were stars that night,
Yeah.
that starred him and Dean Z. Honestly, one of the best shows, best moments I have ever experienced in an
Elvis,
audience at an ETA show or at Elvis Week. Killer. Him and Jay and Dean look spectacular. The recreation of the rehearsal wear and the rehearsal scenes, you know, the stuff that Jay put together on the montages that you saw of like Elvis and the
Yeah.
Elvis fans and stuff, and then all of the concert stuff from That's the Way It Is.
Yeah.
Unbelievable.
I'm going to tell y'all this. Here's how it
Unbelievable.
was.
Mic drop.
That's the Way It Is show, Other Side of the Track show, and David Lee's Gospel show
And
are
DZ
worth.
Unplugged.
And DZ Unplugged. Oh yes, DZ Unplugged.
Yeah, we'll talk about that in a minute.
That is worth buying a
Reservation.
virtual ticket.
Yes.
If you couldn't be here, those shows are worth your virtual ticket. I'm
Yeah.
telling you.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, and it was so nice to see some different shows like that, like, you know, like a specific recreation show. You know, like Holly said, Dwight's show, The Other Side of the Tracks, unbelievable.
They better bring that one back.
Yeah.
I loved it.
Yeah, unbelievable. Dwight's song choices, his vocals. I mean, I've just been so thrilled, so impressed. I've left every show being like, can it get any better? Can it get any better? And then, like, the next show comes and I'm like, holy cow, these guys are killing it. But yeah, just absolutely amazing what those guys do.
Yeah.
The tribute that they pay to Elvis.
Yeah.
They're all around the world. You know, they're bringing Elvis to places and people that Elvis never got to like go tour and go perform and whatever. And they are, you know, bringing his music and a little bit of that magic of Elvis on stage, Elvis in concert, you know, to fans worldwide, which is just amazing. The amount of talent and effort and time. And then, yes, you will know we always love Dean Z's Unplugged show.
Speaking of that, yeah, let's move on to the special guests that aren't ETAs.
Yes. Because I could do an entire love fest for like.
we know.
I
You
could
know
talk
we
about
could.
yeah. I could talk about break down each of the shows of the ETAs, each of the ETAs, and like rave about them for hours.
Hey, maybe we will later. Maybe
Literally,
we'll do a deep dive.
literally.
Not
But
later.
yeah, moving on to kind of some other shows that involved like, you know, the special guests that Graceland and EPE brought this week, which also stellar. Group of ETAs, stellar. Group of guests that were brought in for Elvis Week for the conversations, the panels, the shows,
Yes.
stellar. And the first and foremost was stinking Larry Gatlin at Dean Z's Unplugged. That, you know, Dean Z's Unplugged is always a highlight and it is always a fantastic show. But I tell you what, I think the combination of Dean Z and Larry Gatlin and Emilio Santoro, because those were the three
Yeah.
guests or 3 stars of that show.
Yeah.
That was like an undeniable trio
Oh.
of just goodness, good lookingness, talent, awesomeness.
Ugh.
But
Genius.
y'all, yeah, Larry Gatlin, I'm so glad they brought him back. He was here for last Elvis Week. He says he wants to come back every year. So Graceland, EPE, I want Larry Gatlin on that guest list.
Can he have his own show?
Can he have his own show? Holly and I said they should have the Tom Brown and Larry Gatlin show, the Tom and Larry show. But Larry Gatlin's, just his career alone, what he has meant, him and his family, the Gatlin brothers, Larry's songwriting, his performing, what he means to music in general, not just country music. but to music in general is just astounding. But what an incredible artist, songwriter, entertainer. His stories, I mean, we laughed, we cried with Larry Gatlin. His story about Elvis and Elvis recording Help Me.
I'm telling you,
one of the moments of Elvis Week this year. But cannot say enough about Larry Gatlin. So if you got the virtual, definitely go back and check out Dean's Unplugged. And then
my next favorite, Mr. Tony Orlando. I think this was his first Elvis Week, and I hope it's not his last.
I know.
You all, fabulous.
Yes.
I was so excited to see him. I mean, he's a major star. He had a major television special back in the day. But I'm going to tell you what a human. Number one, first and foremost, he is the epitome of an entertainer. The epitome. And his heartfelt stories about himself and about Elvis absolutely blew my mind, caused a tear. I think there wasn't a show Heather and I didn't cry at this week.
No.
I'm going to have to get myself a Graceland handkerchief.
Yeah.
For an Elvis Week handkerchief.
Oh, we should get us like a really nice handkerchief
That's what I
like
said,
they used
I'm
to carry
gonna
back in the
do.
day, and we should monogram it with like EP.
I'm telling you, because not a dry eye in the house. When he did 2 performances, his conversations were wonderful, his singing was wonderful, his stage presence. I hope he gets to come back year after year.
Yeah.
He is wonderful. And then,
I mean, and just like the thing that like was so touching this year, it's just the amazingness of the people they brought. Like, so they had Tony Orlando, they had Brenda Lee.
Let's talk about Brenda. Let's talk about her.
Well, I was just going to say, like, between her and Tony Orlando and Larry Gatlin, and then we'll also talk about, you know, some of Elvis's, like, co-stars and other people.
Yeah.
But the people that they had this year, just how grateful they were to be here, and how grateful they were for the fans, and how appreciative they were. It was so touching, and just their stories about Elvis, and every single one of them, every time they spoke about Elvis, every time they told their stories of how they met him or interactions, were just so like authentic and raw and emotional and heartwarming. And
save it for the deep dive, Head. Let's save some up for the deep dive.
It was just like wow.
It was wow.
And
Brenda Lee, it was short and sweet. She made an appearance on the Conversations, but I'll tell you what, she grabs you by the heart and pulls you in the first 30 seconds and doesn't let go till she walks off that stage.
Yeah.
She was phenomenal.
Yeah.
Then we had, which I'm just going to say this, he's an Elvis Week staple now. It's like if he doesn't return every year, I don't know what I'm going to do with myself. Larry Strickland, you got to be here every year.
Yeah.
I mean, he's a part now of Elvis Week to me.
Yeah.
He was amazing. He did several performances, sounded great, looked great. So just such a lot and a wonder to have here. Loved him. Then we had another special guest, first time here. It was our first time seeing her, Sandy. She is one of the ex-wives of Jerry Schilling. I can't remember what's her last name.
I think you said Cavella.
Cavella. An absolute doll. Her stories, once again, crying, so heartfelt.
And she was so happy to be here. She hasn't been back to Memphis, y'all, in 61 years.
Crazy.
She took a tour with her son of Graceland, and she was so precious, just talking about, you could just see her reliving. Like she was talking about going through there and just, she said she could just hear Elvis and see him. Like she looked into the music room and she's like, I could just hear and feel him singing.
Yeah.
You know, like how it used to be. She was like, it was so different because Elvis wasn't there.
Yeah.
But super touching. All of the other guests, the conversation people, have just been incredible.
All of the authors.
Yeah, we talked a little bit
wonderful.
about Carol Connors.
Yeah. Just awesome. We hope they're back
and
every
Moses.
year. Yeah.
You know, Linda Thompson was just so like wonderful this year as well.
And it was great to see Jerry Schilling. I mean, just
like the list goes on and on and on.
It was wonderful.
And there was something else I was going to say when we were talking about all that. Oh, and then just, you know, as far as like stinking Tom Brown too. Wow, you know, Tom Brown is like also an icon of Elvis Week.
I call him the Johnny Carson of Elvis Week.
Yes, he is like an icon of Elvis Week. You know, you're like, honestly, you can't have Elvis Week without Tom Brown.
Yeah.
You can't have Elvis Week without Tom Brown. Yeah. And just, you know, his passion for like Elvis and just his just the great manner and way he has with the guests, you know, with interviewing them and bringing their stories to life, giving them their moments, letting them tell their stories.
Well, you just know he's sincere.
Yes.
He is a fan first. He adores what he does. You can tell he loves it. And that's what really, really matters.
Yeah.
And he loves and appreciates the Elvis community. I mean, we always see him out in the lobby or the hall, chatting with people, taking pictures, swapping stories. It's just awesome.
Yeah.
So,
and then
that was like a great moment and stuff. And then another first for us, speaking of special guest stars, we got to see Ginger Alden. What a beauty.
Yeah.
Very sweet.
Lovely.
Lovely.
I mean, she looks incredible.
Beautiful
Beautiful
woman.
woman.
Very
Beautiful
beautiful.
woman.
Very congenial. Very
It's very
friendly.
soft-spoken and kind of just very,
So
natural.
that was a highlight, Heather and I getting to meet her. Then what else? What else? So much.
I was gonna say, you know, definite highlight again, and I'll post this video later today. Oh yeah, I wanted to go back and also huge shout out to Patrick Dunn.
Oh, yes.
So excited that he was back for
He made
just
his
one day
debut.
at Elvis Week after the tragic, crazy year he's had.
Yeah.
And please do yourself a favor and watch the video I posted earlier today, or the clip I posted earlier today of him singing. I think it was the only song he sang at Elvis Week.
Unless he
this
did
year.
something at the youth show. I don't
Yeah,
know
yeah.
now,
But oh my gosh.
But that's all he needed was that one song.
Oh my gosh, it was like gut-wrenching emotion.
It was a magical
gut-wrenching
moment.
emotion. It was a magical moment. And then the Salute to Elvis show was so fantastic with Andy Childs hosting. Y'all, again, they did that moment where Andy sat at the piano and played gospel songs, and he gathered all of the guests of that night, Estelle Brown, Terry Blackwood, Jim Murray, Roger Wiles, the Imperials, Larry Strickland, and they all just sang like they used to up in the suite after the Vegas shows with Elvis till the early mornings. They just all gathered around, their voices, the blend of their voices, and just like, it was like, I like just kept watching, especially Estelle. It was literally like she was back in 1970 something.
I was going to say, it transported
It was like she was
themselves and the whole audience back to like, what, 1970
Oh
something.
gosh, it was just
at the International Hotel.
It was
Yeah.
it was chills.
great.
It was chills.
There were many
goosebump
chill moments this week.
Like I feel like
I got
most of
chill
them ever.
bumps. Yeah. I'm
Every
telling y'all,
show.
There was just something magic in the air. There was magic in the air all week.
And speaking of magic, the candlelight vigil last night.
Oh,
the
wonderful.
candlelight vigil, y'all. I hope you enjoyed our little pre-candlelight vigil video, and then I did post a clip of the opening ceremonies. I know most of you watched it on Graceland.com, but in case you just want to go back and watch it again today and relive it. Just incredible.
Yeah.
Again, it's just absolutely incredible. And here
Yeah.
we are today, August 16th. You know, 48 years. 48 years since Elvis left this world, but he has not left our hearts. I mean, the spirit, the love, the unity,
Yeah.
the beauty last night at the candlelight vigil, as it always is,
Right.
was just incredible.
Yeah, it
it's
really,
just
really
something.
was.
It's
Yeah.
something to experience. It's something to
Yeah.
experience.
So as you can tell, we've had a magical time. I think
Yes.
magical is going to be my word for 2025.
and I hope that you all have.
I hope you
know?
have too. And like I say, we're not done yet, y'all. Y'all stay tuned. The next 2 or 3 weeks, we've got little snippets and tidbits of not
Clips
only
and photos and-
convos, music, pictures. We're going to still talk about stuff. We haven't even touched on a few things. I know we're just trying to hit the highlights, but there's so much
So
more.
many.
We won't be on tomorrow because we need a break.
Yeah.
We need a break. We're going to post maybe a couple of little snippets here and there to keep you in that festive mood. But next Sunday we'll be back. We'll do a deep dive. When we get our thoughts organized, when we've processed everything and remembered it, I might have to make an outline.
I know.
But
For real.
all I can say is, you know, we hope we've brought a little Memphis magic, a little Elvis Week magic to you.
Yeah.
We hope you get here someday.
Yes.
And if you don't,
We're always here.
we're always here for you.
We're always here. We're always here to, you know, through the Facebook, you know, bring you, help make you feel a part of it, make you see things you didn't know existed, see things that you've never seen before that you may get to see, you may never get to see. That's just our goal,
Right.
is, you know, to bring you along with us in every way and any way that we can, you know, to make you laugh, make you smile, make you cry, make you remember, make you reminisce. You know, I feel like everybody has their Elvis story.
Right.
Everybody has their Elvis connection.
Yeah, and for the young ones to make you, give you a little knowledge, impart a wonderful community that you're now a part of and that you will be forever.
You know, that was the thing too, like about the candlelight vigil last night. It is so hot out here. But you know what? At least it's not a rainstorm like our first day. So we're ending on a high note with the weather on our last day. But it was just so touching. You know, as we told you, Holly and I now have started our new thing at the candlelight vigil, thanks to our friends Lynn and company. And we now just sit. We get our chairs. We get our chairs. We sit and we just kind of enjoy the ambiance and the Elvis songs playing.
Enjoy the music.
But as I was just sitting there, I was literally just looking around, and I was looking at people that were 10, 11, 12 years old to people that had to be in their 90s. And everybody, like, I was listening to their stories and I was hearing the older people talk about, I saw Elvis back in 1969. I remember where I was on August 16th, 1977. I heard the younger people being like, this has been so cool. Like, Elvis is a rock star. This is so cool. It was just like mind-blowing and just amazing. Absolutely amazing.
Really, really was.
Absolutely amazing.
You all know us. Do you want to do any comments?
Absolutely.
We'll do a few comments.
Let's do a few questions and comments.
Because we got to save some for next Sunday.
Yes. And I promise, we still have a big day left. We are going to do another bestie of the day. So look for that. We'll probably come up with a question or something here in a little bit to post. So stay tuned for that. Also, make sure you've been watching our videos. Make sure you go back and watch our videos, our recaps and things, because that's where the scavenger hunt questions are going to come from. So we'll be sending those out when we get back from Elvis Week. And then, what was the other thing I was going to say? Oh, but we still have a big day left. Like after this, Holly and I are going for our photo op. So with our gold package, we get a photo op. We don't know what the item we get a hold is yet. So I can't wait to tell you all.
What? Wait a minute. That should be our question. We're going for a photo op.
Okay.
We get to hold something,
an authentic Elvis artifact.
Something that Elvis owned and handled himself. Comment below what you think it is, and if someone guesses correctly, you'll be the best.
And it could be anything, y'all.
We don't know what it is.
It's been everything from jewelry to belts to capes to boots,
hats. You don't know, pictures. You don't know. So
yes,
comment below. What do you think it's going to be? And then we'll post a picture, and then hopefully somebody will guess it, and we'll have a winner.
Yes, and then tonight the final finale show is the Elvis live on stage. So it's Elvis on the big screen with the live band playing. I can't wait to see exactly what footage and what songs and stuff it is tonight, because that's always, and what a way to end Elvis Week.
Yes.
What a way to end Elvis Week. But yeah, how do I get back to your thing? To look at questions and comments. And let's say hello to some people. Okay, let's see. Oh, Michelle, hello. How are you? Thank you, Michelle. I can't wait to share your...
I know we're keeping it top secret.
Your Dean Z and Heather inspired item. Jane, thank you. She loved our picture with Ginger. Pamela, hello. Thank you. We appreciate you. Margaret, you're welcome. I'm so glad you came along. I've seen you commenting and posting all week. Thank you. Thank you for coming along.
Yeah, Debbie, Jennifer, Jeannie,
oh, Jennifer,
Jane.
So great to see you and your husband here.
So great to see you. I'm so glad everybody's loved it so far.
Hello, Angelique and Penny. I know you all have been tuning in all week and watching us and commenting. I appreciate you.
Katrina, Tammy, Lynn, and I mean, we just met people from all over the world. It's fantastic. It's fantastic.
I love it.
Oh, yeah. Marion, you're right. That is what it's all about. Making friends and meeting new people, for sure.
It is. Elvis bringing everybody together, bringing the world together.
Absolutely. So we're getting some guesses too, y'all. Yeah, y'all guess. Guess what you think it is. And we'll pick somebody from
What was your all's favorite moment of the week? You know, whether you watched it virtually and you joined Holly and I loved that. I got so many private messages from you all saying, I got the virtual pass and I watched it, but then I would tune in to you and Holly to see what your recap was and what you thought about it, and I would relive the show or the moments through you all, and that was such a great combination.
Yeah.
Dynamic duo.
Sherry's asking if we keep journals on our Elvis weeks. You know, we haven't in the past, but I'm starting it this year.
Because
this tradition.
This year, y'all.
Starting a journal
this year
about
epic.
it.
This year was
epic.
Like how we're all waiting on the epic Elvis Presley in concert with Baz Luhrmann, which that's coming, y'all. There's still an exciting year left. This was like mine and Holly's epic Elvis week.
Yeah.
We're going to just call it that. Holly named every day a different day. Today's Elvis Day.
Right, today's Elvis Day.
Because it's all about him. But this was mine and Holly's epic Elvis week. I am so excited about next year because I don't know how it could top this one.
I don't think it can.
I don't know how next year could top this one. So I guess we'll just have to wait and see.
Yeah, everybody's saying, oh, we got a few people saying they were glad to see us. Some didn't get to run into us. That's okay. We'll see. We'll catch you on the flip side.
We'll catch you.
Anyway, y'all, thank you so much for tuning in and for joining us. Comment below what you think the Elvis item is. We go at 5 o'clock.
Yeah.
Hopefully we'll post a picture after that. Then we've got the big Elvis on Stage concert tonight. Tomorrow, we're sleeping in.
Oh my
We're
gosh,
going to
y'all.
rest all day,
We are so
and I'm going to eat.
exhausted.
I'm going to catch up on my eating because we have not. We had a great brunch.
We've
today.
basically been having one meal a day.
Right,
We've
but-
been living on coffee, one meal a day, and some protein bars.
That's it. So.
But it has been such an exciting
Yeah.
Elvis week. Again, we thank each and every single
Yes.
one of you all. The year is not over yet. There's
No.
so much exciting stuff for Elvis to come.
So
with
much
the
to
Baz
talk
Luhrmann.
about.
Yeah, with, we're going to try to do the lighting ceremony again this year in November. Birthday week will be
Yep.
here before you know
Absolutely.
it. We're planning some big things, y'all,
Yeah,
for
so get
2026
ready.
with everything Elvis. So hold on to your hats. Because we're just going to keep
be
stepping
fun.
it up, getting bigger and
Right.
better, and that's all thanks to you all. So I hope you've had a fantastic Elvis week with us. But we will catch
keep it
you.
going though. We will see you next Sunday.
Yeah, there's going to be a lot of
for
videos
another live.
and pictures to come this week.
Yes, and a lot of pictures and videos. But we'll see you next Sunday for our deep dive recap of Elvis Week 2025. Y'all stay tuned.
Mwah.
Bye.